Why do our preferences change depending on whether we judge our options together or separately? The less is better effect explained. This bias happens because, when we are making choices between alternatives, our judgment is sensitive to context, as demonstrated by the framing effect. The less is better effect is also rooted in the evaluability hypothesis, which says that we tend to rely more on easily judged attributes when making a decision, and norm theory, which says that we tend to think about average or prototypical members of an object's category in order to judge that object. This allows us to evaluate the item in terms of its relative standing within its category, rather than in absolute terms. Example 1, the Linda problem and the less is better effect. The Linda problem is a famous example from a paper by Kahneman and Tversky, which shows that even educated people are prone to the conjunction fallacy. However, people make this error less when both of the events being judged are presented simultaneously, rather than separately, just like in the less is better effect. Example 2, marketing and the less is better effect. Marketers sometimes have multiple versions of a product they need to test before picking a final one. Christopher C., who coined the less is better effect, recommends relying on separate evaluations rather than joint ones, because this is more accurate to the customer's experience. The best, most straightforward way to avoid the less is better effect is to always compare options before making a decision. The less is better effect describes how people sometimes make suboptimal choices when they're evaluating options in isolation. People's preferences reverse when evaluating their choices jointly,